Hello, very good morning, students. Today we continue our lecture with the topic absolute and conditional convergent of a series and power series. So before going to start our today's topic, we take a short recall on our previous topic because it is useful for today's topic. That is, what is ratio test? That is, if we have a given a positive term series un, then limit n tends to infinity, un upon un plus 1 equal to L. And if this L is greater than 1, the given series is convergent. L is less than 1, the given series is divergent. The other test is comparison test. Suppose we have a two different positive term series un and vn. And if we check limit n tends to infinity, un upon vn equal to L, where L is finite and non-zero, then both the series convergent or divergent together. Okay, this is the rule of the comparison test. And the third, that is Leibniz test. Leibniz test we apply for the alternating series. What is alternating series? If one term is positive, other is negative, and it is like that, positive, negative terms, then that alternating series, if that series satisfy these two conditions, mod of un is greater than mod un plus 1, and limit n tends to infinity, mod un equal to 0, then the given series is convergent. Okay, so please remember all these three tests because we use all these tests for today's topic, right? So let's start our today's topic, that is absolute convergent and conditional convergent. So listen carefully, okay? It is a little bit hard. The series summation n 1 to infinity un with both positive and negative terms, not necessarily alternative. Okay, what does it mean? In our given series, both terms are there, positive terms and negative terms, but not necessarily alternative. That series is called absolutely convergent. If the corresponding series summation u and 1 to infinity mod un with all positive term is convergent. What does it mean, students? Suppose we have a one series summation n 1 to infinity un is convergent, right? And if we find summation n 1 to infinity mod un is also convergent, then the given series is absolute convergent series. Okay. Now, the next rule is, if the series summation n 1 to infinity un is convergent, but series n 1 to infinity mod un is divergent, then the given series is conditionally convergent. It means summation n 1 to infinity un convergent, but summation n 1 to infinity mod un divergent, then this kind of series is conditional convergent series. So I think it is clear to you. In this, un is convergent in both the case, but mod un is convergent for absolute convergent and mod un is divergent for conditional convergent. Now listen carefully, our not one. Every absolute convergent series is convergent, but converge is not true. What does it mean? If we have summation n 1 to infinity mod un is convergent, then it is summation n 1 to infinity un is convergent. Means no need to check. If first you have to check mod un is convergent, then you have no need to check of un. But mod un is divergent, then you have to check your un is convergent or not. Okay, if your mod un is divergent, then you have to check your un is convergent or not. Not 2. Any convergent series of positive terms is also absolutely convergent. This word is very useful. Convergent series of positive terms, then that is absolutely convergent. Okay, it means if your series with positive terms only, then, and if it's convergent, then that is absolutely convergent. In this case, you have to simple remember. You have to check for your UN and mod UN. If both convergent, then your series is absolute convergent. If UN is convergent and mod UN is divergent, then that is conditional convergent. So let's take some example for better understanding. Solution. Here, test the series of absolute or conditional convergence, and your given series is this. Okay. So here, what is my nth term? My nth term is minus 1 raised to n, 2 raised to 3n upon 3 raised to 2n. Students, in this series, we have series with power n, right? So when we have a series with power n, at that time, ratio test is useful, or it is easy to applicable for finding the convergence. And in this case, I am directly finding mod un. I'm directly finding the convergence for mod un. So what is my mod un? See, this minus 1 raised to n is for what? That is for only plus or minus sign. So my mod un is just 2 raised to 3n upon 3 raised to 2n. And here my series with power n. So I'm going to apply ratio test. That's why I need un plus 1. Because see, this is the ratio test. Un upon un plus 1, right? So here, what is my mod un plus 1? That is 2, 3 raised to n plus 1 upon 3, 2 raised to n plus 1. So here 2 raised to 3n plus 3. In the denominator, 3 raised to 2n plus 2. For the ratio test, formula is limit n tends to infinity. This is mod un upon mod un plus 1, right? So what is mod un? My mod limit n tends to infinity. My mod un is 2 raised to 3n upon 3 raised to 2n into the value of mod un plus 1. That is, here I am putting the reciprocal, that is 3 raised to 2n plus 2 upon 2 raised to 3n plus 3. So limit n tends to infinity. Here 2 raised to 3n upon 3 raised to 2n into 3 raised to 2n into 3 raised to 2 upon 2 raised to 3n into 2 raised to 3. This both will be cancelled and my answer is 9 by 8, right? So limit n tends to infinity mod un upon mod un plus 1, which is 9 by 8, which is greater than 1. And as per the rule of the comparison test, if L is greater than 1, the given series is what? Convergent. And we are checking for mod un now. Therefore, by comparison test, this is ratio test. By ratio test, the series is, by ratio test, the series, that is summation n 1 to infinity mod un, because here we are checking for mod un, is convergent. And as per the rule, if mod un is convergent, then un is directly convergent. Okay, so we can directly say that the series is absolutely convergent, because here mod un is convergent, so we can directly say that the given series is absolutely convergent. If our mod un will get divergent, then we have to check for un. But here mod un is convergent, so no need to check for un. Got it, student? Any doubt about this example? Let me know in the chat box. This method is really AMP method. Okay. So answers are coming, that no doubt. Still, if anyone have any doubt, let me ask. Show previous slide. Okay. See, this is. Okay, Kalp? Okay. So let's move with one more example. See, again, Our question is, test the series for absolute or conditional convergence. Okay, so let's start the solution. This is minus sign, students. So my nth term, this one is my first term, second term, third term. So my nth term is minus 1 raised to n minus 1. Here n upon 3 raised to n minus 1. Okay. So put n equal to 1, 2, 3. You will get your first term, second term, third term like that, right? So this is my nth term. Now, again, in this case, our series with power n, right? So I am going to apply ratio test here also. And I am going to apply ratio test for mod un. So what is my mod un? My mod un is just n upon 3 raised to n minus 1. Okay? See, minus 1 raised to n minus 1 for just plus or minus sign. Now, what is mod un plus 1? That is n plus 1 upon 3 raised to n plus 1 minus 1. This will cancel. So, n plus 1 upon 3 raised to n. Now, I am going to apply ratio test for mod un. That is limit n tends to infinity. Mod un upon mod un plus 1. So, limit n tends to infinity. What is mod un? That is n upon 3 raised to n minus 1. Okay, and for mod un plus 1, here 3 raised to n upon n plus 1. So after simplification, limit n tends to infinity. Here n, this is 3 raised to n into 3 raised to minus 1, right? 3 raised to n upon n plus 1. Both 3 raised to n will be cancelled. This 3 raised to minus 1, if I keep in the numerator, that is 3. So here, limit n tends to infinity, mod un upon mod un plus 1 is equal to 3, limit n tends to infinity. Now, see, this 3 raised to minus 1, I keep in the numerator. This n upon n plus 1. So, if I keep n common from the denominator, that is n, 1 plus 1 by n, right? So, this both n will be cancelled after applying the limit. Here 3 into 1. So my answer is 3, which is greater than 1. And as per the ratio test, if my limit L is greater than 1, so my series is convergent. So by ratio test, series summation n1 to infinity mod un is convergent. Okay. So in this case, again, we directly get mod un is convergent. So no need to check for un. So the series is absolutely convergent. Okay. I think you got it. Still, if anyone have any doubt, let me ask in the chat box. It is same as our previous example. Let's move with other kind of example if you have no doubt. Okay, so this is again for the test of the absolute and conditional conversion, but this is just different kind of series, right? So here my nth term, that is minus 1 raised to n upon root n plus root n plus 1, right? Students, in this series, there is no n power or like that. So I'm not applying here ratio test. I'm going here for Leibniz test, right? Because here the given series is what? Alternating series. And I'm going to check the Leibniz test. The given series is alternating series, right? So I'm going to apply Leibniz test. So what is my mod un? My mod un is just 1 upon root n plus root n plus 1. So for Leibniz test, what is my first rule? My first rule is un mod un minus mod un plus 1. So my mod un is what? 1 upon root n plus root n plus 1 minus, what is mod un plus 1? That is 1 upon root n plus 1 plus root n plus 2. So after taking LCM, root n plus 1 plus root n plus 2 minus root n minus root n plus 1 upon LCM is what? Root n plus root n plus 1 in the other bracket, root n plus 1 plus root n plus 2, right? So these both root n plus 1 will be cancelled, and the remaining term is root n plus 2 minus root n, and the denominator is same, that is root n plus root n plus 1, and in the other bracket root n plus 1 plus root n plus 2. See, here small n is belongs to capital N. In denominator, all terms are positive. And in numerator, obviously root n plus 2 is greater than root n. So our final answer is strictly positive, right? This root n plus 2 is greater than root n. So this subtraction is positive. So our first condition satisfied. And from first condition, mod un, which is greater than mod un plus 1. Now, for the second one, for the second condition, that is limit n tends to infinity mod un. So limit n tends to infinity. What is our mod un? That is 1 upon under root n plus root n plus 1. So if I get root n common, then limit n tends to infinity by taking root n common. Here 1 plus under root 1 plus 1 by root n, right? So if I apply n tends to infinity here directly, okay, no need of this step also. If I apply n tends to infinity here, then my answer is 1 upon infinity, which is 0. So both conditions satisfy, right? If you directly write here equal to 0, then it is also okay, right? So both conditions satisfy. Therefore, by Leibniz test, series UN is convergent, right? Now, UN is convergent. So we will check for mod UN. We will check for mod UN. So here mod UN, that is 1 upon under root n plus under root n plus 1. Okay, and for checking mod un, I am going to apply the comparison test, and for that, if I take root n common, then 1 plus 1 by n. Okay, this is my mod un. So let I select Vn as 1 upon root n. I select my Vn as 1 upon root n because here 1 by root n is there, right? So Vn equal to 1 upon root n. So for comparison test, formula is limit n tends to infinity. I apply for mod un, so mod un upon Vn. So limit n tends to infinity. What is the value of mod un? That is 1 upon root n. Here 1 plus under root 1 plus 1 by n. And what is my Vn? That is 1 upon root n. So I write here reciprocal root n by 1. Both root n will be cancelled. After applying the limit n tends to infinity, this is 1 by 2, which is finite and non-zero. And as per the rule of the comparison test, if limit n tends to infinity, un upon vn is equal to L, which is finite and non-zero, both the series convergent or divergent together. That's why let's check for vn. What is our vn? Our vn is 1 upon root n. 1 upon root n, that is 1 upon n raised to 1/2. This is our p. Our p is less than 1. P equal to 1/2, which is less than 1. Therefore, Vn is divergent. Agree? because this P is less than 1. And here Vn is divergent. So by comparison test, series mode Un is also divergent. Okay, series mode Un is also divergent. So in this example, your Un is convergent, but your mode Un is divergent. So what you can say? The series is conditionally convergent. Your series is conditionally convergent. See, let's check the rules which I told you. Where Un convergent and mode Un divergent. Un convergent and mode Un divergent. Then your series is conditionally convergent. Okay, got it? Yes, Dev. You can find mode Un first instead of Un. Okay. Students, you can find mode UN or UN convergence. There is no need to first find the convergence of UN, then find the convergence of mode UN. If you wish more, you find the convergence of mode UN first, then you have to check the convergence of mode UN first, then you go for UN. Okay, it's up to you. Any doubt? Okay, so let's move with one more example. See, take the series of absolute or conditional convergence in this case. Dev, in this case, first we check for mode UN. Okay, then we'll go for UN if it is necessary. If you check for mode UN first and you get your answer is convergent, then no need to go for UN. But if you check mode UN first and your answer is divergent, then you have to go for UN also. Okay, so let's start. Here, what is our nth term? Our nth term, that is minus 1 raised to n square upon n cube plus 1, right? So we go for mod un first, right? So what is our mod un? That is n square upon n cube plus 1. So I wish to check the convergence of mod un first. So that's why I go for comparison test here. Okay, and for comparison test, here I simplify un, that is n square. If I get n cube common from the denominator, then 1 plus 1 upon n cube. The n square will be cancelled. So the remaining term is 1 upon n, 1 plus 1 upon n cube. And as I go for comparison test, so let Vn. So what is my Vn? As here 1 by n, right? So I take my Vn as 1 by n. Now, for the comparison test, limit n tends to infinity, mod un upon vn, right? So limit n tends to infinity. What is my mod un? That is 1 upon n, 1 plus 1 upon n cube, and vn, that is 1 by n, so reciprocal is n by 1. Okay. After applying limit n tends to infinity, my answer is 1, which is finite and non-zero. And in comparison test, if your L is finite and non-zero, both series Vn and this mode Un converge or diverge together. So here, series Vn. Vn is what? Our series is 1 by n here, right? So 1 by n. So what is our P? Power of n is nothing is there. So it is considered as 1, right? If there is nothing, then the power is considered as 1. So this series is what? Convergent or divergent? This series is divergent because P equal to 1. This series is convergent if this power of n is greater than 1. So as Vn is divergent, so by comparison test, series mod Un is also divergent. Okay. So by comparison, as Vn is divergent, so your mode Un is also divergent. So here mode Un is divergent, so we have to check for Un. Now, for the here mode Un is divergent, so we can say that hence series Un is not absolutely convergent, right? So we may say that here mode Un is not convergent or mode Un is divergent, therefore series is not absolutely convergent. But now we'll check for the series is conditional convergent or not. It is not absolute convergent. So we'll check for conditional convergent. For that, let's check for the convergence of the Un. To check conditional convergent, applying Leibniz test. Okay, I am applying here. I am going to apply here Leibniz test. You may apply any test as you wish. Okay. So for Leibniz test, I am going to check two conditions, right? What is my first condition? That is mode Un minus mode Un plus 1. So my mode Un is n square upon n cube plus 1 minus this is n plus 1 whole square upon n plus 1 whole cube plus 1, right? So after simplification, here mode Un minus mode Un plus 1, that is, if I get LCM and if I simplify my last term, that is n square plus 2n plus 1, n square minus 1 upon n cube plus 1 and here n plus 1 whole cube plus 1. Okay. After simplification, this term will arise. I have directly written the simplification. So students, here our n belongs to capital N, right? So what is our least n? Least n is 1. So if I take here 1, then that 1 minus 1 is 0. So this term is 0, right? But here is n square. So this is 1. So 1 plus 0 is 1. So finally, denominator is absolutely which is greater than 0. And in numerator is also greater than 0 for all n. Because here n square, right? N square plus. So for any n, you may select small n belongs to capital N. For any n, your this answer will positive only, right? So your first condition satisfied, mode Un is greater than mode Un plus 1. And your second condition, limit n tends to infinity, mode Un, that is limit n tends to infinity. Here n square upon n cube plus 1. So if I get n common, n square common, n cube common from the denominator, then this n square will be cancelled and here 1 plus 1 upon n cube. And after applying the limit, n tends to infinity, my answer is 0. It means my second condition is also satisfied. Okay, so by Leibniz rule, series Un is convergent, right? So in this case, Un is convergent and mode Un is divergent. So when your Un is convergent and mode Un is divergent, you can say that the given series is here the series mode Un is convergent and series mode Un is divergent, right? So the series is conditional convergent. Okay, so Dev, as you asked in last example, in this case, I first check about mode UN. Here my mode UN is divergent. So I check for UN, right? And here my mode UN is divergent and UN is convergent. So series is conditional convergent. So anyone have any doubt? Okay. In this kind of example, you have to check first for mode UN. If your mode UN is convergent, you can directly write down that your given series is absolute convergent. But if your mode UN is divergent, then you have to check for UN. If UN is convergent, then you can say that that is conditional convergent. Any doubt? Let me ask in the chat box, students. Otherwise, we'll move with the next topic. Okay. I expect the response from all of you. Only some students have given the answer that they have no doubt. This is, again I repeat, this method is important method because in this method, all kind of methods required, right? So please go through it. Okay, let's move with the next topic, that is power series. A power series is an infinite series. This is of the form summation n 1 to infinity. Here, a0 x raised to n, right? So, if we represent the series in the form of summation, that is a0, this is students, this one is not a0, this is an, right? And this one is summation n 0 to infinity. So if I put n equal to 0, so I get my first term a0. By putting n equal to 1, I get my second term like that. So where a and represent the coefficient of nth term, c is constant and x varies around c. So if c equal to 0, if I take c equal to 0, then for here and n equal to 0, right? So by putting n equal to 0 first, what is my first term? a0 x raised to 0. So that is a0. By putting n equal to 1, c is 0. C is 0. So by putting n equal to 1, a1x, a2x square, a3x square. So please remember this series. Summation n 0 to infinity, an x raised to n, a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube up to so on. This type of series is known as power series. An interval minus R2R in which power series converges is called the interval of convergence. And this number is called the radius of the convergence. This number is called the radius of the convergence. Okay. So let's start the example of the power series, that is obtain the range of convergence, and our given series is summation n 1 to infinity x raised to n upon 2 raised to n x greater than 0. So let's start the solution here. What is our nth term? Our nth term is x raised to n upon 2 raised to n, right? Now, x raised to n upon 2 raised to n. So we'll check the range of the convergence. So first we have to check the given series is convergent or not, and that is for that our n plus 1 term un plus 1 is here, x raised to n plus 1 upon 2 raised to n plus 1. As we go for the ratio test, what is that is limit n tends to infinity un upon un plus 1. So limit n tends to infinity. What is un? Un is x raised to n upon 2 raised to n, and n plus 1 term, that is 2 raised to n plus 1 upon x raised to n plus 1. Okay. So after simplification, limit n tends to infinity x raised to n upon 2 raised to n. Here 2 raised to n into 2, and in the denominator x raised to n into x. So this x raised to n and 2 raised to n will be cancelled, and our answer is 2 by x. So by ratio test, by D. Albert ratio test, what we can say? The given series, the series is convergent if the answer 2 by x is greater than 1, or we can say x is less than 2. And number 2, the series is divergent if 2 by x is less than 1, or we can say x is greater than 2. The test fail. The test fail if 2 by x equal to 1, or we can say x equal to 2, right? So we have to check for x equal to 2. So let's start. What is our x equal to 2? So for that, if I put un, see, if I put x equal to 2, right? So what is my un? For x equal to 2, un, that is 2 raised to n upon 2 raised to n, which is 1, right? So series summation n 1 to infinity. Un is 1. So that is for 1 to infinity, 1 plus 1 up to infinity, right? So it means what? Which is divergent series. Here, this kind of series is divergent. So which is divergent series. Here limit n tends to infinity, that is 1. So series is divergent. Hence, the series is convergent if 0 less than x less than 2. 0 less than x less than 2. And the range of convergence is the range of convergence, that is also 0 less than x less than 2. So students, here in this power series, see, our given series is x raised to n upon 2 raised to n. Okay, we apply ratio test. By applying ratio test, we get our answer, that is 2 by x. Okay, and as per the ratio test, if 2 by x is greater than 1, what does it mean? If our x is less than 2, series is convergent, and for x is greater than 2, series is divergent. So our series is convergent for x less than 2, right? Then what about exactly 2? For about exactly 2, the series is divergent. It means series is convergent only for x lies between 0 to 2, less than 2, and for 2 or greater than 2. For 2 and greater than 2, series is divergent. So the range of the convergence of the series, that is just 0 to 2. That is 0 to 2. Right? So this is the answer of the example. Power series. We'll do more example for the better understanding of power series in the next lecture, as we have very less time today, less than 1 minute. So if you have any doubt, let me ask in the chat box about today's lecture. We'll do more example of power series for better understanding in next lecture. But still, if you have any doubt about today's lecture, you may ask. Students, for any query regarding assignment or your extra examples, you may ask through Telegram or by call. Okay, please don't ask through WhatsApp.